Madam President, as Congress and the Obama administration grapples with how to responsibly address our long-term deficit, something that the senator from Maryland has talked so eloquently about, we need to remember why it's so important to get on a path to balanced budgets. We need to address the long-term deficit because this deficit is a threat to America's future prosperity. Economic growth and jobs, that's why the deficit matters. The deficit is not just some math problem where it's solved if the numbers add up right. The choices we make, which spending programs we cut, which tax expenditures we eliminate, where we continue to boost investment, all of this matters. And it matters because the deficit is currently a threat to the overarching challenge that faces our country, and that is how do we keep America and our economy competitive? We can't compete with India and China for low-wage manufacturing jobs. That's not our future. America's future is in continuing to be the global leader in science and technology. America makes the best, the most innovative products and services, and that ingenuity and excellence is our chief economic strength as a nation. But right now, we're in danger of losing that edge. Science, technology, engineering, and math, what we call the STEM fields, are the skills that drive innovation. And jobs in the STEM fields are expected to be the fastest growing occupations of the next decade. However, unfortunately, not enough of our students are pursuing an education in STEM subjects to keep up with the increased demand. And for those students that do pursue education in STEM fields, right now they're being outperformed by international competitors. Studies show that by the end of 8th grade, students in the U.S. are 2 years behind their international peers in math. American students rank 21st in science and 25th in math among industrialized countries. In addition, the U.S. has produced a declining number of PhDs in science and engineering compared to the European Union and China over the past 3 decades. So it's clear that to remain competitive internationally, we must encourage and strengthen our supply of STEM-trained graduates. That's why this week I introduced, along with Senators Klobuchar, Kerry, Begich, Coons, and Lita Reed, the Innovation Inspiration School Grant Program to bolster our nation's ability to compete in the global economy. This legislation would provide new incentives for our schools to think outside the box and embrace extracurricular and non-traditional STEM education programs. It establishes a competitive grant program to encourage schools to partner with the private sector, both for financial support and to provide mentors who serve as guides and role models to students. Now, I'm proud that New Hampshire is home to the first robotics program, which is an example of how these extracurricular STEM programs can boost student learning in the fields. In fact, research shows that 99% of students who participate in the first robotics competition graduate high school, almost 90% go on to college, and once in college, these students are nearly 7 times more likely to major in engineering, twice as likely to major in computer science, and they are significantly more likely to attain a postgraduate degree. These programs speak for themselves. I urge my colleagues to join me in supporting this important legislation to inspire our students to become scientists, engineers, computer programs, and mathematicians, because our country's economic future depends on it. And, Madam President, I will submit my entire statement for the record.
Without objection.
I yield the floor.